Welcome back. We're going to get started here with Edwin. Thank you. First of all, congratulations to Andre Ward and his team. He's a great fighter, undeniably a great fighter, a great talent. Congratulations, Virgil. Perfect job. I mean, he was obviously prepared tonight, and the better man won the fight tonight. Congratulations to Goose and Tudor. It was a pleasure working with you guys. Congratulations to James Prince. And again, to the entire Ward team, our hat is off to you. I was going to say a couple words. I'm going to turn the mic over to Edwin, and then we'll say a few words and ask a couple of questions. No man's unbeatable, and that includes Andre Ward. He's damn good, but you got to give yourself the best chance to win. And tonight, our team didn't give ourselves the best chance to win. And I think that was reflected a little bit in what happened in the ring. You know, Edwin was never hurt. Edwin's a tough guy. I think Andre's corner knew that there was danger in that ring from beginning to end. But you know, Edwin's now a light heavyweight, but I'm going to tell you what I told Edwin in his dressing room. You can't balloon up to 200 pounds and get down to 168 effectively, and you can't balloon up to 200 pounds and get down to 175 effectively either. So there has to be lessons learned, and frankly, one of the lessons learned is the kind of athlete, kind of discipline that Ward has. That is weight like Martinez, like Sergio Martinez, and there are a number of guys like that, where their weight doesn't balloon up. They're within striking distance of their fighting weight when they're not fighting, because what they do is they're athletes. They're athletes, and their body's their temple, and you can't allow yourself to give yourself less than your best chance when you fight a good fight. But I am confident that the young man to my left is still going to be a world champion. I am confident that he's going to be a world champion of light heavyweight. I don't think there's a light heavyweight out there he can't compete with. And I'm still proud of him. This wasn't a week. I laid a lot of verbal stuff, a lot of words out in the press. I was not happy with what happened this week. And I made myself clear, but I'm still proud of the man he is. I still know the kind of family he has, and the kind of what's inside of him, and what's inside of him is still champion. And Edwin, say a few words.
I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank everyone for being here, the media, all my family, my friends. I want to apologize for not being able to make weight. I want everybody to understand that it wasn't something that I planned not to make weight, or you know, whatever. I've been trying to make 168. I've been struggling for the last 3 fights to make 68. And even 2 days ago, I felt like I was going to have no problem making 168. It's one of those things where your body just gives up to you one day, and that was that day. And I apologize to everybody. I apologize to Andre Ward. I apologize to the LBA for not being able to make the weight and fighting for a belt. You guys got to understand that I've been fighting for my whole life to be able to fight for a world title. This was my opportunity to do that. And 2 days before that, 2 pounds away, my body just gave up and wouldn't want to lose any more weight. So it's not like I purposely wanted to do that. It's just one of those things that as you mature and your body gets older, you just can't do it anymore. And I learned the hard way. Andre was a really good fighter. He was able to do a lot of things in there that I wasn't able to figure it out today. I want to apologize to everybody.
Thank you, Edwin.
Yes, sir. I think that after this fight, there is no way that I'll be able to make that 68 anymore. I thought I was going to be able to do it, but I wasn't. I still went in there and gave 100% against the best opponent in the world. I'm not proud because I didn't win. I'm not a loser. And I just want to win. So, but it's time for me to move up and fight good fighters at 175.
To you, Garcia, Edwin, first of all, you made New England really proud tonight. You know, I appreciate that. And, you know, a lot of people are saying you didn't make weight out of sheer laziness, and which definitely wasn't the case because you already look trained. You know, when Floyd Mayweather doesn't make weight, they don't say that. So anyways, going up to light heavyweight, you look like you were still throwing bombs late in the 12th round and the 11th round as hard as you could. So, you know, do you think that you're going to be able to fight for a championship right away at light heavyweight?
I have a good team behind me. Him and Ludabella, they have done a great job moving me along, getting great opportunities. I want to thank them for getting me this type of fight, because this was the best fight out there for me.
Edwin will fight for light heavyweight title, I believe, in 2014. His next fight, honestly, he's got to there's some lessons that come out of this fight. I'm sure Ronnie wants to get into the gym, and also we're going to talk to Edwin about some personal, conditioning work, and it'll probably be a fight at light heavyweight against another contender before we would jump up to a Adonis Stevenson type of fight. But I have no doubt that Edwin can compete with Adonis Stevenson, possibly beat him right now. But I think our whole team wants to talk and chat. We want to talk to him about his conditioning and get him acclimated to being a light heavyweight.
How about an all New England Chad Dawson?
Let's get it.
Edwin, what happened in the ring? What happened in the ring when Jack Priest took 2 points away from you and 2 points away from Andre?
We just got a little wild in there. He hit me after the referee told him to stop, and I hit him back. And
by the way,
I don't remember hitting the referee, but I guess he said that I hit him. I don't remember.
You know what? Give the guy credit for taking control of the fight. Give the referee credit. He's a terrific referee and did a terrific job. And you know what? That unsportsmanlike on both sides, that sent a message, and it was a message at that moment that needed to be sent.
Edwin, after being in the ring with Andre Ward, what do you say about people who think they're not even loved to move up and challenge you?
I think Golovkin is a good fighter as well, and I think it's a good matchup. Andre Ward is a good fighter, but I don't think he's unbeatable. He was able to beat me today. He's a really good fighter. He does a lot of good things right. Good luck to him, but like Lou said, nobody's unbeatable.
Floyd Mayweather seems to be doing a pretty good job of it, Edwin.
Everybody could agree with that.
Nobody's been winning right now. Nobody's been winning.
It's hot.
Questions, anyone?
How do you feel physically?
I feel good. I'm a little tired. My eyes a little sore, but I feel good. Oh, I learned a lot. I learned a lot from this experience. I was in there with a really good fighter, very smart fighter. A fighter that had a really good jab and he knew how to use it.
Edwin, was he just too technical for you?
I think his jab created a lot of problems. I think his jab created a lot of problems.
What was Howard like? Did you ever feel hurt at any moment in the fight?
No, there was a lot of times that in the clinch he hit me behind the head, dazed me a little bit. I got caught in the head, with the headbutt. I couldn't see in the last round with my left eye. He had okay power, but it was nothing that I haven't seen before. Like I said, he just had a really good job.
The champ's ready to get in, so he's got one more question, and then we're going to let Andre take it. Martinez is too small. Martinez is honestly, Sergio's 38 years old and he's really 54 pounds. And that's just the reality. He fights at 57, he walks around at 66. This kid weighs, he should be. I'd rather see a Mayweather fight.
He was talking about Steve Martinez.
No, Sergio's much too small for Andre. Much too small for Andre.
Chavez Jr.
By the way, the thing, as a fan, Golovkin and Ward somewhere down the line intrigues me. And honestly, the reason it intrigues me is because I think that Ward is technically so brilliant. He's a very technically sound fighter, and Golovkin does things that, the way he cuts off a ring, he does certain things that I haven't seen in many guys today. And Golovkin at some point and Ward would be, I think, pretty interesting fight.
Well, the key about a Golovkin fight is he's going to start to fight someone. Look at Ward's resume, who he's fought.
Well, look, look what he's done at the 68-pound division. He's He's beaten everybody. Everybody. There's nobody at 168 pounds in the world that can fight with Andre Ward, no matter what you think Andre Ward. There's nobody in the world at 168 pounds right now that can fight with Andre Ward.
We've got no problem.
And congratulations, guys. Congratulations. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Lou. Lou, it was very, very nice working with you. So what we have to do is see who often we can try to challenge that is someone that is fresh and considered dangerous. Once it does a fight like that, then we can start looking at a Golovkin type of opponent. You want to fight those hungry tigers that aren't the shop-worn pre-cyclers or champions. Will I be right there, Virgil? Always say yes when I said you were the best looking guy in the room. He heard me. You've already been off for 2 hours now. The WBA champ, Andre Ward.
No, I didn't flinch. I knew what he was going to try to do. I mean, it just, I don't know. It's just, I don't know if it's the way it looks, you know. I mean, the thing is this, like, I got a lot of passion. I got a lot of grit, and I got a lot of determination. You can't study for that. You can't see that on film. And sometimes these guys, they look at the film, they look at the tape, and they just, I don't know, they just misread the scouting report. So, you know, we were getting calls from Houston that was the game plan to try to get me in the dog fight. It's the same stuff that people have been saying. We're going to push you back and rough them up. And I trained for that. Like, I've been building my body up to be physically strong for years. And Edwin probably weighed about 190, but he wasn't strong enough. So I was ready for that. It wasn't really a big deal. I knew he was going to be dirty. I told Jack Reese in the locker room, I said, Jack, I'm going to respect you as a referee. And he's going to hit behind the head when he gets frustrated. He does that every time he clinches with one hand, he gets behind the head with the other hand. And he's going to go low sometimes. So it's kind of like the bigger fight. You got to bite down, you got to push through, and you got to keep winning. And we were able to get the win.
How's the shoulder?
The shoulder's good. I have no issues with the shoulder. So excellent tonight.
Andre, the 168 division has been mainly a pit stop for greats like Roy Jones and James Toney. I think the big question is, when are you going to move to 175?
I mean, I'm a super middleweight right now. I'm a super middleweight right now. Made the weight fairly easy. And, you know, when I start walking around at 185, 190, fit and in shape, then it's probably going to be time to move up.
You don't get the respect you deserve. And a good example is Mike Lee is the Subway spokesman for boxers. You know, how come it's not you? You're the last gold medalist in the last 55 years.
I mean, I'm happy with Mike. Mike got a Subway commercial, and that's Mike. But I don't broadcast a lot of stuff that I do. You know, I don't talk about a lot of stuff that I do. I mean, I have a significant endorsement deal with Jordan Brand. I got a significant endorsement deal with Shoe Palace. I have a significant endorsement deal with Everlast. Those are significant. It's not just like wearing a patch. It's a multi-year deal. We just don't put out press releases about that stuff. So I think sometimes people get worried about things that I'm not even worried about.
Is the fight with Chavez Jr. one of your priorities moving forward?
I think it's a fight that should happen. I mean, it's no secret. HBO's in the business. They just don't want to put on premium network television fights. They want to put on pay-per-view fights. That's how everybody makes real money. And I think that a fight with Chavez Jr., if he can, discipline himself to stay at 168, I think it's a fight that should happen. But I've heard a lot of things, lately about you know, what he's doing in this personal situation. I don't know if he'll be available, but that's a fight that I think should happen. You know?
Boxing Wedge, what do you think of that fight?
I think he's a good fighter. People don't give him a lot of credit. That kid can fight. I've seen him, first time I saw him fight up close and personal was against Vera. I've watched him for years. He got a lot of his old man in him. He doesn't have the discipline his dad had, but that kid can fight, man. He's big. He can fight inside. He can fight outside. People don't give him a lot of credit. That kid can fight. That would be a tough fight for him.
Is there anything that worries you about Chavez?
I gotta go back and watch the tape in terms of giving myself a grade, but I mean, I always envisioned, you know, a spectacular performance from the standpoint of just everything that I envisioned in my mind leading up to the fight taking place. But you know, you gotta take what a guy gives you sometimes. And a guy like Rodriguez is not really coming to win; he's coming to get lucky. So he wants to grapple, he wants to hit low, he wants to hit behind the head, and then try to throw a big shot and hope he hits the line. And you know, I talked to Roy right after the fight. He said, "You know, you did the right thing. You get in, get the victory, and move on to the next one. You know, don't take no unnecessary chances." But we didn't run from him. We boxed. We fought. You know, we gave him some of his own medicine at times. And I heard him with a big left hook in the 10th round. He just escaped and recovered, and then held on for the early part of the 11th round. Was able to get out of there. But he was still dangerous, even though he was hurt. But we heard him with a big left hook, and I was trying to land that left hook. He did a good job of blocking it throughout the night, but one got through and we almost got him out. I'm not trying to take nothing away from him. I mean, he had heart because he got in the ring. I mean, you know, I respect any man that gets inside of the boxing, but it's not easy to do. But at the same time, he's been around for a long time. He probably would have been an Olympian if he wouldn't have had this personal situation take place. So when you box as long as he has and you want to survive a fight, you can probably survive the fight. So I think he was in survival mode, and that's what kept him around it. And I would probably say tonight he's probably 190-something pounds tonight. Easy. And, you know, as far as the weight issue, you know, I just felt like it was real disrespectful and it wasn't professional for him to not only not make the weight, but then once he was over, not even trying to make the weight. And I couldn't focus on, you know, everything that, you know, the fine that he is supposed to pay and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna address that stuff now that the fight is over, but that's not right. You know, it's a championship fight. You're supposed to conduct yourself like a champion, come in on weight, and if you are overweight, make the effort to make the weight. So I probably fought a guy that was 190 pounds.
Did you feel that?
How much pressure is on you when you get into the ring at this stage?
Man, it's a lot of pressure. It comes with the territory. I mean, I don't think the winning streak is what brings the pressure. You just learn how to deal with it. You know? You learn how to deal with it. And I think just the fact that I just love to win. I try to. I mean, I'm telling you, when we're sitting up there at the press conference and people are talking about the winning streak, you're one of the best in the world. Like, we honestly don't talk about that stuff in my camp. We don't. We don't discuss it. We don't talk about it. We just keep grinding. We stay focused. And we know we got to keep pushing. And it almost kind of irritates me when I hear people keep talking about it like the week of the fight. I know you guys are just doing your job, but it's not something we talk about. So we're just in grind mode all the time. And when you got that kind of mindset, you look back and say, man, we've accomplished a lot, but we're not focused on that because, like I keep telling you, one loss in this business changes everything. And you can't afford to have a bad night in this business.
Did you feel rusty during the first round?
I mean, I didn't feel rusty. It just takes time to get acclimated. It takes time to get a rhythm, you know?
Who would you want next if you could have any fight?
I want the biggest fight out there. Whatever fight that is. You know, the networks and the fans and the media, they got ways of building guys, and building monsters, and building guys that are invincible, and whoever that guy is, that's the guy.
Even if that fight's at 175?
Keep going to
because people are waiting for you to go 175 for you to lose. People are waiting for you to go to 275 for you to win.
I'm not a light heavyweight right now. I'm a 168-pound fighter.
Andre, congrats on the win.
And he might skip light heavyweight and just go right to heavyweight now.
Well, you said he wanted to end his career in heavyweight.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you a good question. Could you retire today and run for mayor of Oakland?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know how much longer I got in this sport. I'm not talking next week retiring, but Dan might not want to hear that.
I'll be your campaign manager.
Yeah. I'm not gonna be the 40-year-old boxer, I promise.
Yeah.
I know you guys have heard it before, but I got 20 years in this sport. 20 years in this sport. I'm giving max effort, giving it everything that I have, and even though I missed the sport this last 14 months, I enjoyed my time off. Like, I enjoyed being home. I enjoyed the broadcasting and doing what I had to do. So I don't know how much longer I got in this sport. We're gonna try to, go out with a bang, and I feel like we got a few more years left in this. But I don't know how much longer I got.
How's it much like?
Say it again? In terms of improvement. Oh yeah. I still don't feel like I've arrived yet, like just overall. I put on some good performances, I think, and you beat some good guys, but like I can look at the Froch fight and say, man, that wasn't my best. I can look at tonight and say, man, we won, but that wasn't my best. Dawson was close. That's a fight where we pretty much did everything we wanted to do, break him down mentally, physically, and then stop him and get him out of there. There's a few fights I can point to and say, man, we executed everything. As a whole, I don't think that I'm quite there yet.
I sat next to Cody Mayfield while watching the fight. Dan, we both agreed that you were going for the kill in the 12th round. Was that correct?
Yeah, I just want to be smart and look for my opportunity. Because I'm telling you, those kind of guys are hard to fight because they don't try to win rounds. He's not coming in trying to compete minute for minute, trying to win a round. He's trying to get lucky. So he's conserving his energy. He's taking punishment, and then the 12th round his corner pumps him up. Go get him, and he's coming winging, and so you got to be smart in the 12th round. You see Floyd when he fought Canelo. He pretty much moved the whole 12th round. He dominated 1 through 11, and then took the 12th round off. And some people don't like that, but he moves on to the next.
Andre, what are your thoughts on where you rank in the pound-for-pound list? And would you like to overtake Floyd one day?
I mean, from a competitive standpoint, I would love to have a #1 spot, but Floyd Mayweather is the #1 guy in boxing. He has done this and been successful and competed at the highest level since I've been a kid. Since I've been an amateur fighter, he's been doing this. I'm not the #1 fighter in the world. Floyd Mayweather is the #1 fighter in the world. So unless he retires or something happens and maybe he gets beat, then maybe I'll take that spot. But I'm content being #2 right now. I respect the guys who, I pay homage to the guys who have gone before me. Floyd Mayweather has helped mold my style. Floyd Mayweather, I'm watching Floyd Mayweather fights all day today leading up into this fight. These guys have helped me get to where I'm at in more ways than they realize. So I pay homage to these guys and I respect these guys. So he deserves that top spot.
Like you said, 20 years in the game.
Would you like to have Mike Tyson and Sugar Ray Leonard sitting right under the apron?
Oh, Mike was here?
20 years in the game, what fuels you as a fighter?
Let me answer this question.
All right, thank you.
So Mike was here, Sugar Ray was here, and Chris Bird. I just met Chris Bird. And, of course, RJ. That's my childhood hero right there.
Rob Schneider.
And Rob Schneider. That was a good night.
What are some of the things that are fueling you as a fighter after 20 years in the game? Like, what still makes you want to come to the ring every time you have a fight?
Well, I know I'm not at my best. I know I'm still not at my best. I'm still not at my prime. I'm approaching my prime. I'm not in my prime yet. I feel like it's going to be a zone that I get into the busier that I get. Burgess told me this for years. He said, when you start getting 3 fights a year, can you start consistently fighting, so you're going to start doing stuff that shocks you. So once we start getting busier and start getting in the zone, that's when we're going to see some things that I think they haven't seen before.
One more question, okay, you guys, and then you guys can come up here and get a few more.
This man got a pink blazer on tonight. Dan Goosen. How you look, Dan Goosen?
Carnation pink.
My wife got it.
I decided I didn't like it.
Pink underwear, too.
They call that Sam.
How soon would you like to return the ring, Andre? How soon would you like to get back?
No, he did not. He was winging some big shots, but a lot of times with guys like that, those aren't the guys that really hit hard and throw hard. They don't really. So to answer your question, no, he didn't hurt me with anything tonight. I got a few lumps and bruises on my head and stuff like that. That's why I got the ice pack. Just from fouls, man. Just rapid punches. I try to keep my hand up to protect myself, and when I could, I try to get mine back too.
When are you going to go back to the Shark Tank fight? Hey, Andre.
What? That was a question for me?
I asked Andre, but it's close to his house.
What did you ask?
He said the Shark Tank.
The Shark Tank. Well, we would have been there tonight if they didn't have a damn concert. You know, I mean, that was the crazy thing about it. Getting out here to Ontario was really the last building standing. We looked to go to MGM. They had UFC tonight, so we couldn't book that. We went to MSG. They wanted Andre badly there. They had the Knicks going tonight. We went to Staples, booked. We went to Oracle, Warriors playing tonight. So there were really no arenas that were available. So this was really the last building standing on either side of the coast.
Hey, Andre.
So we did try to get to the Shark Tank this fight.
Congrats on the victory. Can you talk about your preparation and the documentary you're working on?
Yeah, we're working with HBO right now, trying to see if they want to pick up the documentary. My good friend Squint, his real name is Christopher. Put his government out there. Him and his team, they did a great job just documenting everything from my injury from day one. They got a lot of vulnerable moments, and I didn't want to just disappear for the time that I was off. I wanted to capture everything. And, we're trying to talk to HBO now to see if they can pick it up so you guys can get a glimpse of what I went through to get back. But as far as training camp, then, my strength and conditioning coach, and my other strength and conditioning coach, my performance coach, Aaron Thigpen, everybody from my chiropractor to my Pilates instructor to my coach Burns to everybody, man. It was a tremendous camp. It was a long camp. They got my body in shape. They got my body prepared for tonight. And I just want to take my hat off to them. My wife, she always does a tremendous job just holding me down and just taking care of things so I can go off and train and prepare. And it's just a group effort, man. When you fight at this level, you can't do it by yourself. And of course, my promoters, my manager, just everybody as a whole, we came together and we got ready for this night and we pulled it off. And we're going bigger than everything.
Thank you very much, Andre. You guys, let Andre get out. He just had 14 months off. Got in the ring tonight. It was a grueling fight. I got to tell you what he said about Edwin. Thank you, Andre. Thank you guys for all